Yeah, Altera has not got a summer yet. That surprises me too, but also, summer is not over. I don't know if it's going to be a summer banner, but if you think Ordeal Call 3 when it launches, or after the second summer banner, isn't going to come with the launch of Servants, you're kidding yourself. BB channel. FGL looks kind of weird. Man, so yeah, that. I don't know that anyone could have guessed we'd have a. Ooh, loud. Oh, what was it? Like a four-way crossover, effectively? You have Servant Universe, FGO, Tsukihime, and Extra CCC. Story of a girl. From the time she was clothed, she caught people's attention. With charm that would spare even insects, the girl ruled over men. Live in moderation. I see, that's good to hear. Live without waste. Yes, of course, that's wonderful. What awaited was a calculation prison. All that is pure is just as cruel. So beautiful, so well behaved. Yet how did this happen? Yeah, for real, tacos. Also, I feel bad for Summer Sakura, or not Summer Sakura, Summer Passion Lip believers. Like, there's a high chance they just got monkey's pawed. Once I opened my eyes, I found myself in front of the cherry blossom tree. I don't feel anything wrong with me. Caster, who dematerialized, seemed fine as well. Rin may have taken some damage and has a pained expression on her face. Looks like we were able to teleport. Is this the old school you all said you made a base out of, Hakunon? It's so different from the nearside school. Maybe this is a venue used in the early Holy Grail Wars and got abandoned due to its age. Never mind. Unnecessary details. Where's Leo at? From the grounds, I point up the second floor student council room. I explain, though briefly, the structure of the old school and who was inside it. I could really use some more shut-eye, but this isn't the time to be talking like that. I'm off to the student council. I'm too ashamed to talk about my shameful side in public, but I have to at least share what I know. Yeah. Is it playable is the important question here. Rin pushing herself so hard? She probably wants to escape reality and dive into an infirmary bed saying it was all a dream. With a tenacious person, don't you agree? I'm embarrassed to say, I'm tempted to just call out to her, "Yo, money slave!" Rin must be collapsing, mentally and physically. Yet, as someone known to that dark young girl, BB, she went to the student council room to offer her information. I can't go whining about things either. I'll move myself to the student council room and discuss the situation with everyone. Okay. For real, swimsuit was playable. Favorite Tomo? Probably OG, to be honest. Like, even if I count Koen Skya, probably OG. Like, OG Tomo. I think my favorites probably go OG Tomo, Koen Skya, Arya, Cat. That's probably the order they go for with me. Is it worth talking to people? Hey, you using the commissary? Then how is Mr. Kotomine doing? Did he seem unhappy about being a clerk? I don't know who this BB is, but she got a lot of guts to overwrite Mr. Kotomine's role. I'm shaking over here. New chapter, talking to the NPCs. BB, you gotta be kidding me. How can an AI like her exist? This is taking cheating to a whole new level. What happened to the rules? The Moon Cell's absolute principles? What's the point of our existence? The Holy Grail War? Yeah, we need to hurry back to the Holy Grail War. If we don't, we'll get eaten by her. Moon Cell, please answer me. The hell? You always act like a god, but now of all times you're useless? I'm glad the regular students are having a great time, even though everyone is going to meet their doom after being captured by BB. When I was in the near side, I was always connected to the management server. I could ascertain my purpose in seconds. That was a sudden interruption. Beings of information like us can't stand that sort of thing. We can't validate ourselves with the simple I am like you humans can. At this rate, I might send myself to the trash bin. BB is that girl, right? The AI you met in the labyrinth, who looks exactly like Sakura. I can't accurately gauge what kind of AI she is, but... No, since I can't gauge her, I need to work diligently. For now, we'll be at this girl's side. I think she'll feel relieved if someone listens to her troubles. Don't worry, you won't vanish. I can see you clearly, so just relax, okay? Servants of beings are beings of great renown, so their characteristics and weaknesses are often very well known. Therefore, a servant's true name should be a closely guarded secret. How they acted in their legend, their cause of death, their weakness would be revealed. Conversely, if you knew your enemy's servant's true name, you'd have a distinct advantage when you face them in combat. When you call your servant Caster, it's not their true name, but their class name. Classes are... I'll explain it next time. Okay. That the AI is actually starting to lose it. I mean, you say that, Dakota Doyle, but, like... Here's the problem. Here's the problem here with, like, analyzing this off what my tastes are. You have 4 known Tomo designs, if you count Koyanskaya. Nomae and Koyanskaya both have that kind of office lady look going for them, that's true. The other 2 are a literal child and an animal. So, like, I will take the office ladies are my type stereotype way more than I will take the literal child or animals are my type stereotype. Okay, like that's just the trade-off here of it. But also, I just enjoy the characterization of those 2 a little bit more. I always feel like Arya is just a bit like her entire character is that she's high and she's like the other Tomos, that she wants to be a good wife. I don't hate her, but I do wish they gave her a little bit more to do. And Cat is Cat. Cat is just Cat. BB's declaration of war reached us as well. It's uncertain what her aim is, but this incident shakes us to our very core. Waves are being made throughout not only normal NPCs, but management NPCs and chief class NPCs as well. What should we do? What should I, whose only goal is to properly manage the Holy Grail War, be doing? I feel uneasy. Whenever I wonder when BB will take us captive on a whim, I start wanting to abandon my duties. The masters who participated in the Holy Grail War must be experiencing these emotions as well, right? Advanced AI never go berserk. In the meantime, we need to gather intel and take measures. What's the student council planning to do? I tried everything I could think of, but ultimately I couldn't connect with the management server. So there really is only one direct route to the outside. Looks like it's just that Sakura labyrinth. It's embarrassing compared to the others. Exactly, Tacos, exactly. Uh-oh. YouTube, get that out of here before I accidentally reveal my stream key or something. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. There we go. That should help. There we go. And of course, it probably, yep. Move you over here. Okay. Why the long face? New troubles again, or? As if lured in by those words, my lips start moving on their own. I talk about BB, the odd yet Sakura lookalike girl. Wow, you met someone like that. Now I see why you look so down. You've come to know who your enemy is? Finally. No way, does he know about BB? That girl dragged the management NPCs from the Holy Grail War to here and overwrote my duty. BB also levied all the earnings from this commissary. Good heavens, what a pain in the neck. So my desire to do business has tanked. After negotiating, we settled on having her take 5% of my net profits as a protection fee. I'm surprised how petty they are, both BB and this priest. But by the sound of it, this priest loathes BB. If so, maybe he can get a little easy on his prices. Those are two different things. I offer proper goods and for proper prices. This is what they call a clerk's pride. I may have fallen from being the supervisor of the Holy Grail War to be a hired shop manager, but I'm still the same person. For this moment, still, as a cold clerk, I'll watch over the agonies that befall you. Curing poison, paralysis, and curse. Not bad. I might come back and buy that later. I don't really ever want a stun. I don't really think I'm going to want that. But to defeat weaker enemies isn't bad. If it gave like EXP as well, that might be nice. Where are these items for sale shipped in from, you ask? You don't even know that. Items for sale are... Well, where does one get them, I wonder? Just thinking about it gives me the chills. You know, my answer is they probably come from up Kire's ass at this point. You met this BB girl they're talking about. I heard she's got a real annoying personality. Well, girls are generally annoying anyhow. I don't really look at BB as an enemy, see? Even though she was talking shit, saying thick-headed people are defective. They say, like, BB goes against the Mooncell's rules, but honestly, I envy BB. She's got a higher rank than me. Well, capturing every single one of the masters and NPCs is downright evil, though. Wow, man. You're kind of awful. Ginako should be watching what's going on in the student council room as well. That's fine for now, so I'll go to the student council room. When is Heian-Kyo supposed to become optional? I believe with the launch of Lost Belt 7, both Heian-Kyo and Trom become optional. She's still just a health management AI. Caring even for the mental health of humans, it's overstepping her role. She's mistaken. I'm disappointed in Sakuramato. After we return to the near side, let's see how the Mooncell feels about scrapping her. Advanced AIs are the ones who defend the Mooncell. She prefers to protect humans and NPCs. How repulsive can she be? Really now? Just what is the student council thinking? Humans are simply subjects of observation. To us advanced AI, they're nothing more than faceless samples, and yet she's still... BB, who could have foreseen a thing like her would appear? She's definitely the same model of instrument as Sakuramato, however. Impossible. Her level of development is unprecedented. That vulgar AI says she rivals the Mooncell. Unacceptable. Yes, that's right. We can't accept this. She must be deleted. Quickly. To do that, we delete Sakuramato and strip the Masters in this old school of their rights. All NPCs cease supplying Spiritrons to humans. Life forms other than myself will perish. However, I never make mistakes. It's only natural that the superior survive. If I transmit a signal to the near side at maximum power output, the chance of reaching the Mooncell can exceed 40%. Yes, I'll do it. I'm a higher authority than Sakuramato. My judgment is the Mooncell's judgment. What's this? You have to be kidding me. Why? BB shouldn't be able to enter here, right? What the fuck? Huh? What are you saying? I'm unable to lay my hands on masters only. If I'm after you, I can capture you whenever I left you alone simply because I was annoying and inefficient to do so, see? No way. You're a funny one, BB. That was all a lie, so... A joke, just a joke, you know? I won't defy you. I'll be a good girl from now on. Silly girl, if you hadn't jested about reaching out to the Mooncell, I would have overlooked this. If I feel like you're probably not to my liking, then I'll drop you into the juice mixer. You'll be grinded and crushed alive. I'll eat you up along with your screams, with merciless cruelty like disposing trash. Goodbye, little Miss Far Superior to me AI. Yeah, it hurts, it hurts. Save me, someone save me. Damn. That woman is like a nasty ex. The energy you put in isn't proportional to what you get. Using 10 energy to get 1 memory. It's highly inefficient. Truly great pains and whatnot, right? Bright little BB has no business with such a cheap hunting ground like this, so please relax and fully enjoy your loser life, okay? Oh, fuck! What the hell? Damn! Damn! Kind of feel bad for her now. I heard BB's school broadcast. We've been abandoned. No quarantine, maybe. I can't go against BB. On the other hand, I won't get in your way either. I'll do my NPC thing like I always have been. Career counseling is coming up. Need to start thinking seriously about university. You doing science, Kishinami, or liberal arts? That's what the gist I'm supposed to say in the second round of the fights. They're just empty words, but it's my job. Here comes my good friend Hakunon. Help me out here. Please let me see your math notes later. Mine sunk into a sea of drool. Man. You really do always need a buddy close. Let's go to karaoke or something after school. Sometime. Listen to me sing. So does that NPC just die? Or not just die. Would that NPC have survived if I didn't talk to her the second time? In the main menu, the SG entry has been added. Did you notice? You can look once again at the SGs of Sentinels and your servant. I don't have an SG because I'm an NPC. Maybe the moon cell is playing around with us. It's always such a stickler for the rules, but only now, not a single peep. Well, it'll contact us before we know it. Nothing to worry about. Or she'll acknowledge she was wrong and you may have saved her life. Rip dispensary school person. She was cruel but cute. Well, we're gonna do a second playthrough. We'll do the save her route on the second playthrough. Jesus. BB this, BB that. Enough already. It's just a little runaway AI, right? Sister Karen is way scarier. But ever since the Moon Cell created this era, BB has been the very first runaway AI. This is kind of, well, this might turn out to be a great disaster, a big disaster. This might turn out to be... That looked like a typo. That was probably a typo. What's that dirtbag BB's problem? Using the school intercom like it's hers, spouting all that drivel? I'm making a complaint to the Moon Cell, and then I'm gonna get promoted to from NPC to AI. Am I going to be promoted to an AI? Of course. Advancing the Holy Grail War efficiently raises our importance in Seraph. Even a mere Public Morals Committee member like me can rise to a chief. And if our memory gets better, we get a soul designed for us. With the soul, even if the Holy Grail War ends, we'll remain as an advanced AI. I won't let this BB newbie show off. BB, just who is that, a regular AI? I don't think the Moon Cell would approve of such a person. How in the hell? Though we should be investigating BB and reporting to the Moon Cell, we unfortunately don't have the ability to do that right now. BB. By the way she looks, she must be related to that health management AI Sakura somehow. Have you tried talking to her about it? It'd be nice to find a way of dealing with this, but... We're putting some work on investigating BB, but how will we really be able to find out? I vote neutral. It's obvious that BB's abilities are stronger. More importantly, I can't trust my own judgment in these strange circumstances. Going to a karaoke room for a first date, jumping straight into closed rooms, spare me. Why do men always lack delicacy? Don't you think so too, Hakuno? When they're simply impossible to understand like this, it's so stressful. What do you think about karaoke room for the first date? I think it's a sure bet, but I don't feel like she's that interested. Could it be she's afraid of dark places or something? If so, then she may be cute, but it won't work for her. I still think a karaoke room would be nice. It's fun and it'll just be the two of us. What's there to be dissatisfied with? Maybe I should go home soon. No, I still need to be patient. The longer one spends in a cesspool, the sweeter the feeling of liberation is on return. That's a little trivia for you. What do we do when I get back? I feel all warm and tingly just thinking about it. By the way, Hakuno, congratulations on making FGO at least as an NPC for now. Oh, you know, she's been in. She had that cameo in Lilum Harlot. Kishinami, huh? There's a broadcast from Leo just now. Since it's an emergency, he wanted to assemble at the student council room. I don't want to go anywhere near this place, but it didn't sound very normal, you know? Miss Kiara also asked me to come, so I'll join you on this one. Come now, Shinji. I'm no longer a teacher. Just call me Kiara will suffice. Ugh, I knew that. It's just that you have that teacher feel to you, Miss Kiara. Anyway, I'm going in. Something happened inside in the labyrinth, right? I'll give it a listen. Why not? Shinji letting that kid aspect of himself shine through. The surviving masters gathered in the student council room. The only ones not present are Jinako, who's shut in the janitor's closet, and Gato, who joined the student council on his own. Huh? That Gato guy isn't here? Right about now he'd be the first to start howling, wouldn't he? That old timer took off just a bit ago. I tried looking for him too, but he wasn't even in the restroom. It's not like I ever got his personality anyway. Maybe he's behind the school and away from the cameras, training or something. Well, what the hell is this transmission? And anyway, who is this otaku? Where did this third-rate character pop out of? Hey, Mr. Shinji boy, same as ever. I see you really should ditch that habit of yours, condescending all over people you just met. That's why everyone at PJ calls you Super Champ, lol, Attention Whore, Lamau, and Kelphead, Raffle. It always ends up like that for you. Take this and a condescending warning from Gina Ko. Gina KO. Gina KO? You're that Gina KO? With over 6,000 hours in FA, the total champ? Yeah, you're too kind. Don't expect me to give you any goodies for your praise. Playtime equals proof of being a winner. Every gamer knows that. You're just a no-lifer. It hasn't been a year since FA released. That's about 18 hours a day. What school grade are you even in? Not telling. Gina KO's no-life poof. Even forgot how to sleep since I'm leveling up even in my sleep. Shinji is thoughtlessly snapping at the transmission from Jinako. If I remember correctly, Shinji was the game champ of Asia. Jinako also seems to be a game enthusiast, and both of them have some sort of connection from before they came to the moon. Excuse me, I found this a bit strange, but Jinako, are you acquainted with Gato? I am. The old timer visits the janitor's closet relatively often. I can't stand how loud he is. Though I never let him in even once. He brought me some sweets, so I at least lent him an ear. That's so. It worries me that he won't respond to our calls. Let's focus on listening to Miss Tosaka for now. Miss Tosaka, although we witnessed what happened, please explain it to us in detail. About what you did once you woke up, about that dark girl. Before I do, I'll apologize more or less. I'm sorry, I did a lot of bad things, so please forget all of it. Although I was being used by BB, I made trouble for you all, especially for you, Kishinami. With the half-pout, Rin bows her head. Sorry. Her actions were more or less to be expected, but at the end of the day, Rin didn't harm us. The money stuff aside, I don't worry about having been an enemy, I replied. The money stuff aside. There's no need to worry about it, Miss Tosaka. I've always believed in you. I expected this outcome. Leo, you really believed in me? I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. I thought you were a spoiled rich kid, an elitism fanatic, a horrible prick at heart, but... Yes, I always believed you would be all bark and no bite, Miss Tosaka. I saw this heartless spew of yours from a mile away. Odd time, Seki? I've been starting at 6:30 for like months now, I'm pretty sure. It's just easier than starting at 7. Yes, I always believed you would... Yeah. Hey, just what part of me were you believing in? Leo? What's this feeling? Something warm is welling up within me. A real passion was hidden behind that remark of, I believe in you, Miss Tosaka. Ah, enough! You're my enemy after all. I was stupid to be moved by your words even for a second. Oh, now that's a crying shame. If Miss Tosaka were to be moved by me, it'd be that much harder to win the Holy Grail War. Keep talking, you cold-blooded man. Now then, I'll introduce myself again. I'm Rin Tosaka, one of the Masters of the Holy Grail War who was captured by BB. Oh, I always start the stream 5 minutes early for a waiting room, but the stream itself does always start at pretty much, unless I'm running late on the time that I set it for. However, I don't remember very well how far I made it into the final selections or what happened at that time. What I do remember is getting attacked by the black noise and having my consciousness fiddled with by BB after that. BB said this, if you maintain the labyrinth by the way it is now, I'll grant any wish you have. Once I realized what happened, my mind became very obedient to her and I started acting like the boss of the labyrinth. The rest is, as you all know, I teamed up with that Red Lancer and became the proprietor of the labyrinth. I feel like I got hints of all the things that happened when I became proprietor, but sorry, I can't remember them either. It's like, rather than having forgotten it, I feel like I never put it to memory to begin with. I see. It's possible that the Dark AI occupied a portion of Miss Tosaka's consciousness. Like an external hard drive, while that AI was connected, it dominated her and simultaneously pulled information she had. But now that the connection has been severed, though, she may be free. The AI's knowledge can't be shared. That would mean Miss Tosaka from before was both Rin Tosaka and the Dark AI's offshoot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, great example. However, I think that's exactly right. I was a perfect little puppet. That culprit who imprisoned us all here, the AI who destroyed the Holy Grail War, is BB. Rin's explanation was mostly what I expected it to be. Rin was also attacked in the final selection and pulled into the far side of the moon. The biggest part of what Rin forgot about was how that dark female AI BB captured and deployed her as the boss of the labyrinth. Now Rin has also returned back to her normal self. She may have lost her power as the labyrinth boss and doesn't have a servant, but having her excellent prowess as a magus on our side is reassuring. So now then, the next topic of discussion is about BB, right? Everyone, or eyes gather on Sakura. BB has the same face as Sakura. Obviously there's some relationship between them as AIs. We need to investigate the truth as to whether BB is the cause behind all this or not. I'll ask you plain and simply, Sakura. Just who is that AI girl? As far as we saw on the screen, she had the same face as you. That's an identical model as me. An identical model of management type of AI which transmits information on Masters of the Mooncell. Is that it? Since plenty of NPCs are also identical models to one another, you have an identical model. Doesn't sound that strange, but... Hey, Seki.
Hi.
I get it. If she's the same model as Sakura, who reports data to the Mooncell, then she has a free passcode to the Mooncell. If she felt like it, she could probably hack into the Seraph without a scratch. Anyway, that's what we're up against. The management AI who went berserk and messed up the Holy Grail War. Is that reasonable to conclude, Sakura? Yes, I have no grounds to refute it. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it's definitely as you say. That management AI, BB's objective, is unknown, but I agree that she's the culprit behind pulling you all, and us NPCs, to the far side. That said, I truly apologize for this, but I just don't have the power or authority to stop her. Is that what it is? You're a properly functioning AI, but she's a runaway AI. BB is the embodiment of illegality. Sakura, who conforms to the rules, can't stop BB. Hey, can you hold up for a second? That BB girl, how can you tell for sure that she's gone berserk? She could have potentially always been that sort of AI. Like, if something sneaky happens in the Holy Grail War, she'd pop out like the police. A super law enforcement sort of person. If there's a malicious player cheating, every participant gets deleted. That sort of thing? Yeah, that's right. Good stuff, you know, life player. You catch on quick. That isn't possible. The Moon Cell does rebuke masters about rule violations, but the rules themselves have never been broken before. To encroach on the entire school, the Holy Grail Wars stage, no AI exists that could authorize that. And firstly, the Moon Cell does not create AI with such cyclopean calculative capacity. BB is an AI which mustn't exist. Seems so. The Moon Cell is a monster of control. It probably wouldn't create something capable of turning against it. That AI, BB, we need to look at her as having fell out of the Moon Cell's control due to a coincidental bug. Then she chose to augment her functions by an algorithm based on her own judgment, likely one for optimizing her survival and duties. That's the method of storage capacities, strengthening, and intake. I've concluded that BB disassembles servants and NPCs by using them as her memory. She grows into an even more advanced AI. An AI that's not...
Who the fuck is just Julius, dude?
Julius? He is... In Fate Extra, he is one of the masters. It's really hard to describe him without, like, just recapping who his servant is and everything from Fate Extra. If you want, I can cover him a little bit more in detail when we do Li Xuan.
Okay.
An AI that's not being managed has no limits. BB has been capturing masters over and over, sinking them into the far side of the moon. We've been stored as further additions to that woman's memory, but thanks to this old school, we survive narrowly, something like that. Julius's hypothesis sends shivers down my spine. She assimilates servants as additional storage capacity. No animal on the surface could do this. The Moon Cell, though, composed of electrons and spiritrons, could actually do it. Hold on a second, that means she's going to kill us and make parts out of us? That's just plain murder, isn't it? Some damn AI thinks she can defy humans. This has to be a joke, yeah? On the surface it would be. However, this is the moon. The 3 laws in which AI obey humans haven't been established here. Correct. The only laws that apply to us are to properly manage the Moon Cell and to fulfill our given duties. Since I'm the health management AI for all the masters under those laws, I will protect you all. However, it's different for other AI. If the Moon Cell considered you all pointless, one day they would likely try to delete you all with efficiency for management's sake. What are you saying? Are you saying that if we were out the Moon Cell sites, then AI and NPCs would be our enemies? I don't know. Not just among AI, but also among NPCs. There are individuals who are disconnected or discontent with humans, I hear. But there shouldn't be any AI like BB who are trying to capture masters. That's because they have no real reason to go so far. Even if they had discontent, such a thing only causes their emotional values to waver. It wouldn't lead to such devilish conduct. BB is malfunctioning with it as an AI. BB is failing. She only seeks to expand her functionality. If we let BB run loose, she'll assimilate NPCs and servants without rhyme or reason, and in the end, she'll go for the Moon Cell. That will lead to the collapse of the Holy Grail War. Before that happens, someone has to stop BB. I see. Rather than going on a rampage, it would be appropriate to say that she's malfunctioning. BB seeks to expand her functions, though it could also be a form of self-preservation. She no longer chooses methods for that end. No, it's more like she can no longer choose. She looks like a human, but she's an AI. This means she's become a machine who only chooses the most efficient methods to damage her ethical functions, designed by the Moon Cell. Yes, please think of it that way. We must ameliorate the situation with our own 2 hands. This situation is completely beyond the Moon Cell's expectations, an incident outside of its calculations. Beyond expectations, outside of calculations. This is the far side of the moon. Sakura said that here, the Moon Cell's eyes can't see us. The Moon Cell didn't assume such abnormal events would occur, and it still can't observe said abnormalities. I didn't expect this to be possible. It can't even detect it. Basically, we're not going to be rescued by the system. You're telling us to pull magic out of our asses? I don't even have a servant. Oh, are you lonely there, Mr. Shinji boy? Hey, does this mean I, having a servant, am one of the winners? I'm a winner, yeah? That servant's being wasted, though. The only masters here that can handle a fight right now are Leo and Kishinami. Nah, I don't feel like going out to fight. Please don't consider me as a usable fighting power. Huh? What the hell are you saying? You plan to hide that servant we'll be needing? Aren't you all about cooperating right now? Ah, that's what you mean. Certainly it would be better if Leo doesn't go first. It's Hakuno's job to be the vanguard. True. Splendid, Miss Tosaka. You catch on quick. You're a wily. If you were in my shoes, you would do the same, I think. You flatter me. I'm not the slightest bit happy about it, but I'll just say good work, President Leo. Why are you all praising him? This shark Leo is hiding his servant so he can crush the final selections. He's obviously not. Leo unashamedly revealed his servant in the final selections. This guy never had any intention of hiding to begin with. Not fighting now is one type of tactic. It's a sort of golden move. An opponent would think of a way to block a trump card as bold as Leo, but if that trump card isn't shown, there's no need for a plan. He'll conserve Gawain's noble phantasm until the most crucial moment. Does that sound about right? Excellent. Splendid as always, Miss Tosaka. I really will have to leave the vice president's seat to you. You really are set on making me a part of your group. I'm only here to make up for the trouble I caused when I was your enemy. Oh, not satisfied as vice president? It's fine. I have no problem with being vice president. I wanted to try acting like a student anyways. And Kishinami is on general affairs, right? As part of your job in the student council, you'll listen to our requests, yeah? Of course, since Hakuno's skills in handling errands exceeds even that of myself as president. I wouldn't be so happy having that skill. So now we understand the situation. Let's go over our plan henceforth one more time. In order for us, the surviving masters, to return to the near side of the moon, we need to break through the Sakura Labyrinth. We'll have Hakuno head out first as vanguard. We and the student council will back Hakuno up. Naturally, BB, who dragged us into the far side, will try to obstruct us, but we'll combine our strength and repel her. Broadly speaking, that's all. Does anyone have any questions or objections? I have no objections, of course. Leo's plan is easy to grasp. But when this all goes down, what will Sakura do? She's an AI of the Moon Cell. Since she's serving to manage the health of the Masters, she's our ally for now. But wouldn't opposing BB, an identical model, conflict with her duties? I want to be helpful to you all. Since BB and I are identical models, you might not trust me, though. There is no need to worry about that, Sakura. Your moral circuits are holding steady. I guarantee that as an AI, you have the high standard of perfection. That's right. Now that I think about it, Sakura is the reason we were all able to use this old school. Without Sakura, we might have been expelled into the imaginary number space and vanished into foam by now. I believe Sakura and trust her. I guess so. Our Sakura here has a dopey face and doesn't seem capable of doing something strategic like backstabbing us, right? Got a rare! What's this tension? Do I trust Sakura or not? Even if you ask, I don't get much say. So long as there's no trouble in the janitor's closet, Chinako's got no hate for him. Also, I like Sakura's misfortunes. There you have it. I'll also be reassured having her by our side. It kind of seems like she helped us a lot in the near side, too. Everyone, thank you very much. I'm happy I'll show you all by doing the best I can, okay? Sakura's eyes well up and she gives us all a bow. She's an AI, just like BB. In light of these events, she must have been prepared to be treated as an enemy. Similarly, I was anxious about whether everyone would expel Sakura or not as well. But all that worry is just in my head, and it's over now. I feel relieved. Doing your best you can. Are you crazy? No one can be this dumb. I don't think I'm going to voice these next sections. This voice. Leo, how's our connection to the outside? Is it worded properly? Of course, the security in this old school is airtight, however.
こはセラフです。基本演算をムーンセルが行うクラウドコンピューター型の世界。ネットワークに依存している以上、完璧なセキュリティは存在しません。ですからこんなこともできちゃいます。さあ、拍手の準備はいい
Wait,
です
so
か？
why aren't we reading the next bit out loud?
いい子も悪い子もみんなまとめてラッピング。キャンディーをして再出荷。
I just feel like letting this one be voiced out because it's the first BB channel, and there's voice acting in the game actually already. It's just in Japanese.
Okay. Oh no, I may have gotten myself into trouble. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, there
モ
we
ニ
go.
ターの前の皆さんこんばんは。ムーンセル S ランス1位の人気コンテンツ BB チャンネルの時間です。司会はみんなの小悪魔 BB ちゃん。視聴者は旧校舎に引きこもっている哀れな羊の皆さんです。ああ、そこの髪がワカメっぽい人、ジタバタ暴れても無駄ですよ。この番組は皆さんの視覚と聴覚
She has a laugh track.
をハックしてお送りしています。
That's pretty funny.
目を閉じてもダメ、耳を塞いでもダメ。現実逃避しがちな皆さんのブレインをシェイクするナイトメア。まさに始まったら最後まで見るしかないジェットコースタームービー。我ながらサービス精神旺盛で照れちゃいますね。
What's going on? 1 second I'm in the student council room, and now I'm in a studio. Actually, rather than being in a studio, I'm seeing a studio. There's nothing else around but that. I can't see my own hands and feet, let alone Leo, Rin, and the others. It's like we've been turned into a camera.
あ、質問も却下します。発言権があるのは先輩だけなので。レオさんやリンさんは黙っていてくださいね。さて、今回の BB チャンネルは基本ルールの説明です。お題はどうやったら脱出できるのか、皆さん知りたいですよね。本当はさっきリンさんを始末するがてらに説明する予定だったんですけど、私ったら先輩の驚きようが面白すぎてつい遊んじゃいました。 BB ちゃん反省です。
In the middle of the studio, BB giggles with a smile on her face. However, she just said something terrible. BB said, I was planning to finish off Ren. Though, from the tone of her voice, it could also be taken as a joke.
目が笑ってないです。
Her eyes hold no laughter. I see, that dark-colored Sakura, Dark Sakura? She was seriously intent on killing Ren.
あれ、キャスターさんですか？そっか、先輩と契約しているからあなたにも発言権はシェアされるんですね。ま、いいですけど。レオさんの推測通り、桜迷宮を抜けた先に出口はあります。月の裏側から脱出したいのなら迷宮を突破するだけで OK です。でもそれだけじゃつまらないですよね。なので迷宮には特別なプログラムを付け足してみました。ではここで問題です。特別な術式とは何か先輩わかりますか？
I'm gonna be real. I forget who CL is. I don't know what Nico Arc is, and I'm so confused.
Guys, general rule of thumb. If it's a Type Moon original character, Seki probably doesn't know them at this point. Unless they're, like, from the Fate anime we've watched, or at this point, Mihoyo. That sound about right, Seki?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not that I have no interest, because, like, oh, Jesus. I really do not need that thing to spawn right now. sorry.
No, you're
But
good.
yeah, no, that's a pretty fair assumption.
Like, technically, Seki has seen CL and Neko Arc before, but Neko Arc she probably just doesn't put a name to. Easiest to understand, it's the frickin' cats from Carnival Phantasm. And CL, while she has seen an anime with CL in it, it was the Tsukuhime anime. No one actually remembers that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's not really a fair, you know.
We will get to the Tsukuhime visual novel if and when we get there. And that's probably a good place to leave it on Tsukuhime cameos.
Hey. Oh, there. Oh, no. Shit.
R18.
そうきましたか。さすがです先輩。でも残念、不正解です。
うい。
私的には正解にしてあげたいところですが、
Check the chat again.
これでも司会者なので。
Good, that actually would have
yeah.
stopped me from getting out of the labyrinth, BB.
正解はシールド、ないしウォール。ちゃんと空気読んでくださいね。低能8ビットちゃん。あのシールドが一体何なのか、皆さんには分かっています。あれこそ BB ちゃん自慢の新プログラム。迷宮のコアに女の子を組み込んだ画期的なファイヤーウォールです。
Saying right now, Tacos, first is probably going to be Fate Stay Night because it's actually on PC. If we get around to that at all anytime soon.
Yeah.
So そうですよ。人間も AI も素材であることは変わりません。むしろ平等に扱われることを光栄に思ってください。実際優れた防壁だったでしょ。女の子の心は複雑回帰なんです。これだけ強固な防壁は他にはありません。欠点は広さと数に限度があることですが、女の子1人分の心で塗り替えられるのは3フロアが精一杯。コアにできる優秀なマスター、密度のある疑似量子を持った女の子マスターもレア素材でめったにいませんし、私が捕まえたマスターの中で核に使えたのはリンさんと彼女だけでした。
Wait, she says that she just used Rin in that girl's course? Meaning...
ではご紹介しましょう。次の桜迷宮のボス、センチメンタルなセンチネルさん登場です。
Oh, hi, Ronnie.
ボスはエキゾチック&アカデミック。知的な白衣とメガネとおでこが光る絶壁ツルツルのスレンダー
That was a mistake.
そう、彼女こそハトラス院の誇る地上最後のホムンクルス、ダニー・エイトさんです。カーディガンの下はどうなっているのか、ハトラス院周知の概念はないのか、考えると私もドキドキしちゃいます。ナニさんはリンさんと違って無口ですね。どうぞ発言していいんですよ。これからあなたに挑戦するワンちゃんたちに辛辣なコメントをどうぞ。 BB、 私は過剰演出は好みません。彼らが4階に侵入するのなら一外敵として処理するだけです。ミス東坂は所詮体験版。少女の心を反映した構造体がどれほど危険なものか、それ
What's this I feel? I can't see or hear her, but right now I feel like Rin is loudly booing next to me.
はい、頼もしいコメントありがとうございました。これで皆さんも分かりましたね。簡単なだけのゲームはつまらない。表の聖杯戦争にはない手法。それがこのセンチネルシステムです。 外に出たいのなら難攻不落のラミさんを攻略してください。いくら時間をかけてもいいですよ。ここは月の裏側。皆さんは聖杯戦争から脱落した代わりにルールからも解放されました。敗者は消滅する。あのルールはもう適用されません。ここにいれば消えなくていいんです。まあそこの健康管理 AI までついてきたのは本気でイラつきますけど、私は海より深い心を持つ BB ちゃんですから、その校舎にいる限り皆さんは見逃してあげます。皆さんの人権は保証しませんが、自由はそれなりに認めます。どんな無双も妄想もそれぞれの自由です。脳内シミュレートは人間ならではの恥ずかしい原動力ですしね。皆さんの若いリビドーをどんどん垂れ流してください。でも気をつけてくださいね。私基本的にあなたたちが大嫌いですから、あの迷宮はいつだってあなたたちを殺したくて殺したくて舌なめずりしてるんですよ。
Everyone is all right? This seems to have been only a slight jack or a sight jack. The external axis has been severed. BB shouldn't be able to interfere with us at will. At least, I want to believe. Yeah, if so, then it's like Leo guessed. I don't know the reason why, but BB can never enter the school. All she can do is eavesdrop and sight jack, like just now. That explains why she's been setting traps in the labyrinth. I don't know. The NPC that she fucking murdered earlier says otherwise, Rin. Since the school is originally a near-side structure, BB can't interfere very well, I think. I'm also controlling it right now. The bad news follows the good. The point behind the BB channel is baffling, but we've learned something new from it. So let's state the student council's moves again. Our objective, escape the far side of the moon. We'll repel BB's likely interferences. Welcoming Miss Tosaka as vice president, our backup has grown even stronger. I expect everyone to synchronize more than ever. After Leo's speech, I nod, of course. However, that didn't mean that everyone else in the student council room agreed. Those who nodded were Rin and I, and with a reserve nod, Julius, the three of us. No thanks for me. I was only here to take a look at things. Didn't I say I wasn't joining the student council? We can't just leave the risky business to those who have servants. I won't be lifting a finger. Hey, Jinako agrees with old Mr. Shinji boy. BB did say that while we were chilling here. She won't do a thing to us, you know? Is that so? Shame. If you ever change your mind, you're always free to knock on our door. Let's switch. Now, how about you, Kiara? You declared before that you wouldn't join, but the situation has taken a drastic turn. Now that this threat BB has been made clear, are you still unable to cooperate with us? My plans do not change. If my skills will be of use to everyone, then I won't hesitate to collaborate. But joining together is... Kiara, when we wanted to acquire Rin's SG, you went above and beyond for us, so why? Because of you, Kiara, we were able to expose Rin's embarrassing secrets. That was your doing?
Stop.
Well then, I have a question, Kiara. Could it be that you knew about BB for some time now? Leo asked a strange question. A while back, BB revealed herself as the mastermind after we beat Rin. To us inside the school, she was an enemy we never knew about. Surely Kiara wouldn't have known, but... Yes, I met with BB earlier than everyone else, when we were assaulted by the black noise in the near side. The reason I didn't share the same goal as everyone else is because of the pact I made with BB. In exchange for us not opposing her, she would spare my life. On that condition, I confined myself to the school. Kiara was already captured by BB? In that moment, the moment when I abandoned her in the preliminary school, she fell into BB's hands. Now that I think about it, Kiara said something. Whoever crowded us in here is merciful. So that's what she meant. But how did Leo come to realize this fact, I wonder? because she said that she had no intention of leaving. Kiara knew something and had given up without thinking that leaving was impossible now. All because of that nuance, BB was monitoring Kiara. She couldn't give any hint of BB's existence. Despite that, you wanted us to know you went out of your way to cleverly phrase things, right? Oh dear, you give me too much credit. I'm not that much of a witty woman. A pact with BB, basically. A contract. What are the details? If you oppose her, a collar will explode, sort of thing? What a foul imagination you have. Don't go farther than something like, her heart will stop. No, there's no physical restriction. If I oppose BB even once, then at that moment, our peaceful pact will become null and void. That's it. That is why, if the need arises, breaking the pact will be my final option. You have the same idea as Leo. Until then, like Shinji, you'll spectate. Yes, however, remember that my pact is not to oppose BB, all the way to the very end. As far as helping you all escape, I'll be limited by that one condition. If that's what she says, but is this alright for an AI to do, Sakura? Yes, as long as she only cooperates with us, there is no violating the rule about not being allowed to oppose BB. Things would be different if BB made the rule as not being allowed to escape, but since she's provoking those who can escape to try... Indeed, so as long as I don't tarry in the student council room to BB, I am simply in the school and nothing more. Thus, please pardon me. At this time, I, Seshioin, will assist in your request to the best of my meager abilities. Kiara bowed, then exited. After she said that, we can't stop her. Her reason for refusing me were much different than Shinji and Jinako's. I can't stomach this, and I got nothing to do with this. Let's be happy she's our ally for now. Sorry, but can we call it for today? I'm at my limit, physically and mentally. Sakura, give me the key to an empty classroom, please. An empty classroom? If you want to try a rest, there's an infirmary bed would... That's not it. I want to be alone. I'm talking about venting out my stress in a classroom and forcibly burying my mental scars. I don't want anyone near me for a while, okay? Especially Hakunon. If you come over here, I will seriously shoot beams at you. Beams! Rin storms out of the student council room. I see. The impact from the BB channel made me forget all about how so many of Rin's secrets were exposed. Any normal person would be too embarrassed to show their face in front of other people. In spite of that, she participated in the meeting. Miss Tosak is firm and tough. After all, if we leave her be, she should spring back in no time. Leaving that aside, Sakura, I have a question. No, please let me hear your comments on something. Do you think that BB uses Sentinels because she's the same type of AI as you? Yes. No matter how much memory she builds up, or is able to hack the system to her will. She's a management AI with no fighting functions. All BB can do is modify the system and produce Sentinels, I believe. She can't fight on her own, so that's it. They're pawns. That's why she's preparing Sentinels. This is helpful information. That's the comment I wanted to hear. Now then, Hakuno, let us break for a while. You must be tired, so please rest yourself. After all, we'll have you on general affairs. Oh.
No.
An external transmission. This is Gato. Leo, I'm turning the transmission on. Oh no. President Leo! Somewhat resembling my beauteous god, oh beautiful President Leo. Brother, turn the transmission off. There's been a lot to take in, so let's all have some dinner. I know how you feel, but wait, this transmission is coming from the labyrinth. It's not something to ignore. Oh, ouch, ouch! The glasses girl. When the glasses girl denies the entire loser of a man, the 40-somethings will go extinct. It's hard to understand. Is that so? Then I'll say this plainly. I'm chasing after a dangerous homicidal maniac. Since she felt as if she was a god, I urgently went to rescue this lost believer. God save me! His words are incoherent, but I at least got that Gato is desperate. The other side of this transmission is from the Sakura Labyrinth. Could it be that Gato is... Are you stupid, old man? Why would you go into the labyrinth alone? Whoa, red! In any case, it's the red one. The red flappy girl and the glasses flappy girl are attacking me. What's this? She's saying reckless men need to be sterilized? What an end of the century we're in. The filth is certainly quo vadis. Well, I said that. It looks like I lost them, but where am I? Wherefore are the stairs of return? Am I confined in here? Ah, lifeguards! Mass recruiting now! What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm so very sorry, Hakuno. Before you take a break, please head to the labyrinth one more time. We need to make sure Gato is safe. Do we really? Well, I was getting tired of grinding, so I'll monitor as well. Things just got out of hand. Gato doesn't seem like the type who would die very easily, but the Sakura Labyrinth isn't a place for jokes. I don't even have time to catch my breath, but I have to rescue him. I lend Rin an empty classroom. Like how your personal room is for you, it's isolated from other spaces, so there's complete privacy. She's revealed herself. It must have been within Leo's expectations that a mastermind would be standing behind Rin Tosaka, but who could have guessed that it would be a runaway AI removed from being under the Moon Cell's rules? This is completely different from dealing with masters as we have been. First thing to do is collect intel. Chief Gato also has issues of his own. If you're going to enter the Sakura Labyrinth alone, you need to at least bring a return crystal. I don't think that's the problem here. I'm just saying, he can cut down the search party's time, of course. It's impossible for anyone to convince him not to be so reckless. We may have uncertainties and missing persons, but otherwise things are passing favorably. Let our sentinels let our smiles endure as we march today too.
Alright, I'm heading out.
Alright, see ya, Seki. Sorry you joined in the middle of like a very story-heavy segment.
Oh no, you're good. I was just joining to say hi to people. Also, I'm streaming tomorrow. Goodbye.
Ronnie was kinda high-spirited. I see she's another different kind of trouble compared to Rin. Darling, are you alright? Feeling down, more like. This is almost the worst thing that can happen. Although my memory is hazy, I don't exactly feel good about expressing the secrets of people I recognize. And when they're females, no less. The feeling of guilt isn't the same as when it's exposing a male's secret. When I look at the ever-tough Rin, I feel it even more. Although he broke through it, it caused me great mental anguish. Maybe BB was right. It really is a revolutionary firewall. Please don't look so troubled. You look like you're itching to embrace me, no? Mainly around here. First of all, fix up that natural posture with your chest puffed out, Caster. You're making this room's seriousness gauge crash downwards fast. Well, I understand that you are troubled. Experiencing a maiden's secrets must be dealt with extreme consideration. Moreover, Darling has been especially worried over Ronnie, Maybe I'll handle things this time. With fur on Caster's tail stands up a bit, it scares me a little. But I see now I've been thinking about Ronnie carefully like I did with Rin. That's why I'm so down. Okay! With enough with the needless worry, Darling. Our most important goal is to return to the near side of the moon. Darling and I, along with everyone else in this school, of course with Ronnie as well. Only Darling can do that. That's why we need to immediately act before we brood. Let's think about Ronnie after we rescue her. Caster is right. I'm opposed to seeing Ronnie's secrets, but this isn't the time to be complaining. Since I'm the only one here that sees the SG... Oh, wow, okay. Maybe we don't linger on that screen. Okay, I should probably go through chat. It's been a minute. I'll let Seki entertain chat for a bit. Let's go to where Seki first popped in. 3. More Artorias. I hope you guys know, me reading chat real quickly and going silent is stalling, so I don't have to look at more go find Gato. I should probably go find Gato. Or we can just end it here and call it a day. Alright, folks, we'll see you next time. And we're finally at gameplay. Time for BB Mania in this game and FGO. Yeah, no kidding. It looks like there are two kinds of boxes in the Sakura Labyrinth. Blue ones have normal items and red ones have rare items. Generally speaking, that's how it is. Hang on, I should go check on Janako, because Janako and Karna had the dialogue to their room was specifically built for the, Oh. Oh my god, you're alive. Ah, Kishinami, I'm so glad you ended up here too. The ever-cheerful and noisy presence, vaguely within my memories of the Holy Grail War, a certain name pops up. Ah, that's right, I confused Kiara with her in that dream. This woman is the actual Taiga, Miss Taiga Fujimura. You sounded like you're half asleep. There's only one of me around, right? By the way, Kishinami, do you know where we are? When your lovable teacher here came to, I was suddenly in this place. I tried to go back to the original school, but I don't know the way. And I have an evening class to teach, so this is terrible. Everyone must definitely be waiting eagerly for me to show up, no doubt. I doubt it. I hold myself back from quipping by reflex. I can't remember clearly, but maybe we had a pleasant relationship back on the near side. Let's put that aside. It looks like Miss Fujimura has gotten rolled into a muck as usual. It'd be different if we were under the moon cell's control, but this is the far side of the moon, a wild west. Miss Fujimura needs to stop being so rash and calmly. Now that it's come to this, we have to get back, Kishinami. Assist me with this. Commence the Taiga quest! Huh? I was pivoting between that or Operation Dynamic Escape. Anyway, I want us to find a way to escape. I've got gifts prepared too, and with that, let's give it a shot, Kishinami. I'm counting on you. Her intensity wouldn't even let me get in a yes or a no, so I ended up involuntarily showing her that I accepted. Oh well, I'll stop by and listen to Miss Fujimura's plans from time to time. Commence the Taiga quest! I think we need to first try assaulting the school gate. To be honest, I already tried a while ago, but that school gate won't budge no matter what. So there's only one thing left to do. All we can do is climb it, right? So I want you to bring me a ladder. Act swiftly. Once an idea hits you, now then, bring me one as soon as you can. Thanks. Oh. I tried. So I have one. Real teacher, we have. You could bring it back a ladder as soon as possible. Okay. Nice. We'll still try to get the room decorations. An emotionless glasses girl and flat to boot. Ronnie's got some fearsome attributes there. Might even be a bit too much, honestly. If there's no dread on this, in 2 minutes, I'll make her my waifu. Gah, that's what I'm gonna do. Karna looks so done with this shit. Okay. Now I'm gonna save. And now we get to full gameplay. Commencing Operation Find Taiga a Ladder. Itterashai. Does it give you a unique boss fight? Karna and Jinako are the perfect master pair. I'm inside a deep ocean. I vaguely remember the ambience of this floor as being similar to the near side of the Holy Grail Wars arena. There's just one big difference between this and the arena. A chant echoes throughout the labyrinth, like ripples on the water. If I were to close my eyes and strain my ears, that alone would clear my mind. It's that sort of beautiful voice. However, doesn't that voice belong to that Red Lancer?
本気ですか?
Could this voice belong to Red Lancer? Ooh, no way a lizard woman like her giving off such a beautiful voice. The god who made her is way too lenient. Anyway, this labyrinth is now under BB and her entourage's control. I'm worried about the new Sentinel, but I'm also worried about Gato's safety since he sent us to that SOS. The moment Castor gave me a glance to signal that I should steel myself and march on, a call rang out from my terminal. Can you hear me, Kishinami? This is the student council room. Our monitors and scans are both keeping levels normal. The depth on this layer is straining our memory usage, but there aren't any issues yet. We can back you up. Well done, Sakura. I hate to keep burdening you, but please keep the student council room sub-engine going. Hakuno, since Gato's distress signal has ceased for the time being, please try moving forward as far as you can. Since this is a new layer, please take extra care when fighting. If you feel like you're in danger, return back through the stairs. I'm picking up readings on old man Gato, so there's no need to panic. That old man won't go down no matter how much you kick his bucket.
それでは大物と参りましょうか。
These arenas got really good. I'll give it that. There's no doubt about it. There's Ronnie, who was made into the Labyrinth Sentinel like Rin, and Ronnie's former servant Lancer. Or Rin's former servant Red Lancer. What are we looking at in this room? I thought Rin made it so that the torture chamber for captured masters and NPCs was done away with. As of chrono coordinate 2020-07-22-64, masters and their 23 discarded NPCs were successfully salvaged. We will send them off to the torture chamber as new patrons. Wonderful! You've furnished me with new pigs again. Well done, Ronnie. You're a bit of a wet blanket, but your work is top-notch. Naturally, I complete my contracted work. This is my reason for being, my bliss, however, Lancer. I know, we have uninvited guests, right? Good evening, Squirrely Master. I'm so happy to meet you again, really. I wouldn't flatter you. This is a terrible calamity for us. Please don't show us this kind of scene to my honest and pure darling. Good answer. Cheeky, impolite, yet so charming. Such valuable prey you are. I'm so lucky that your impudence makes you worth pummeling. Even if I was holding back, a loss is a loss, Castor. I'll pay you and your master back for that disgrace 3, no, 6-fold. 2-fold would be enough, but 6, you say? My, what a waste. How are you going to get by with your household's finances like that? Get by is a mindset that reeks of old people. In this era, we go all out with our hospitality. Maybe it's our age difference, Fox Granny. Got it. Baked lizard coming right up. Now. It looks like you still can't tell how different the power balance is when compared to when you compare your company to mine. Behold, my new torture chamber. Even when I was alive, I was never able to manage so much blood. Ah, why is it so fantastic? A never-ending beautiful spring of living pumps. This is what I've wanted my salon of Eden. Last time when Rin was my attendant, I wasn't able to manifest my true power. But this time it's different. Thanks to Ronnie's perfect mana supply, I've become my true self again. Lancer speaks with elation. Certainly the strong pressure she's emanating is greater than before. The real reason isn't with the power-up Lancer, though. The opening of a new torture chamber is Ronnie's doing. I don't remember exactly, but Ronnie wasn't that sort of inhuman girl. She's a homunculus, an artificial being created on Earth. Something in some ways to the electronic lives of AI, but different in others. Her life was manufactured, but a fragment of it is human. She has barely any selfishness and behaves rationally. There's no way she'd set up the torture chamber like this. Kishinami, please call out to Ronnie. She's undoubtedly being manipulated by BB. There is no more doubt about that. I'll say this to Ronnie.
Shut up.
Shut up? This is the second time you made a thoughtless remark. Let's just say that BB's objective and mine are one and the same. I'm the sentinel who the labyrinth was entrusted to. This you should already have known. You and I are enemies. And knowing that, you still stepped into the labyrinth. Perhaps you wish to open discussions or similar. Ronnie's words caused me great pain. I already experienced with Rin how we won't be able to talk things through. I don't expect things to be that easy. It's just apart from that, Ronnie's tone hurt me. She hasn't changed at all. I may have forgotten most of the things I knew about her, but I feel like she's the type of friend that's hard to come by. I'm surprised to learn that she's like this. You haven't come looking to battle, right? Then please go back. I don't have time to spare. I may be the Sakura Labyrinth Sentinel, but it's also my duty to develop Lancer. Develop Lancer? Ronnie, you aren't illegally modding that servant, are you? You're wrong. I'm acting as Lancer's producer to make her a first-class idol. That was the condition of our contract. It begins, guys! In order to do that, I was looking up data on the past Holy Grails that occurred in the near side of the moon. I'm temporarily securing the defeated and deleted masters and extracting their resources. That's horrible! When these people weren't dragged in by BB, these humans are actually alive! Do you think this is inhumane? 1 second later and they'd have been deleted by the moon cell. Their destiny is to be defeated. They're briefly held in imaginary number space, and their quasi-spiritrons, the relevant part of their blood, is harvested. No harm. They're originally deleted beings. If Lancer likes, she can lock them in this prison and prolong their lives for a momentary eternity. I will ask you once more, are there any problems in my actions? Pressured by Ronnie's calm eyes, words don't come out of me. Losers of the Holy Grail were erased by the moon cell. She summons those on the verge of erasure and seems to offer them to Lancer. If I were asked if this goes against everything humane, there's no doubt in my mind that it does. But what do the masters who are brought to this torture chamber really think? For example, they're criminals on the guillotine, which mercilessly falls, and they're a second away from death. Yet what if that second stretched out to an eternity? Their body might be tied to the guillotine, but while being tied, if that second stretched on for eternity, would they denounce that as an act of the devil? That kind of human rights violation has nothing to do with this. Even Leo's Western European conglomerate must hear stuff like that. Hey, we're a little better than that. Our employees have freedom to choose manual labor or studies. The benefits are good, too. Saying that with a smile is freaking scary, man. More importantly, what about the old man? Where's old man Gato? Did you already hang him up in the torture chamber? Gato? Ah, that big man from before. A boar like him might get muscle in my blood. No thanks. It seems that Ronnie dealt with him. What did you do? I didn't feel like disposing of him or educating him. He's in a containment with negative prince strength. Since he's a pain, I quarantined him in a corner of the labyrinth. If you leave him alone like he is for years, then he might become a cleaner Gato. Ah, that's the prince grading you're so good at. You ignore masters without promise, I think. But what about this squirrely? Sure, according to my glasses measurements, her protagonist power is only 5. Total trash. Then we should clean things up here nice and tidy. However, with some polish, her great talent will shine. No, I will make her shine. I have to bring it out no matter what. Ronnie's glasses shine with a flash. Some intense, unpleasant premonition rushes through my entire body. I feel like the 5 meditations engraved in my left hand faintly rumbled. I've decided. We're enacting Plan D, Lancer. Please send us back for the moment. I'm going to remake this layer to my liking. Okay, I'll do as you say, producer. In exchange, hurry and prepare my personal stage and 1,000-member fan club. Read, slave. Wait, stop, you four-eyed Indian. A protagonist power of 5, those glasses only see the bad because they're so goddamn foggy, for sure. I added a god in there. Ronnie and Lancer end up transporting themselves somewhere. Since the ruler of this labyrinth is Ronnie, we have no means of chasing after her. We confirm that Gato is still alive, so let's try making it back to the old school for a bit. Shut up! I should probably go talk to Shinji and Kiara. Excuse me, I brought some ohagi cakes at the commissary in a whim. It's indecent for a woman like me to be thankful for sweets, don't you think? That's why I hid myself alone somewhere and ate them, but I ended up being seen. Really, I can't be doing bad things. I can't believe it. I let Hakuno see such an embarrassing side of me. Please keep this to yourself. Don't tell Anderson especially, please. Shinji should be on the second floor. Huh? Back already, Kishinami? Ronnie's labyrinth is tougher than Tosaka's? Pfft, that's great! You'll be needing my help soon, I'm guessing. Huh? Okay. Good work. It's unfortunate that we didn't find Gato, but above all, you're safe, Hakuno. Welcome back, Hakuno. I'm in the middle of analyzing the footage and information from the camera that was following you. You changed your outfit. This is really more of Ronnie's forte, though. That girl is our enemy this time around, so Leo and I will analyze this somehow. As you can see, Miss Tosaka has fully recovered. From now on, Miss Tosaka and I will be serving as your backup. Having Rin work on my backup gives me hope. She may have lost her servant, but she's still an outstanding magus. She's more reliable than me, whose only merit is having a master's contract. I requested to trade the risky jobs off to Julius, though. While Ronnie's attention is fixed on you, Hakuno, I have him searching the Sakura Labyrinth for me. He's looking in floors you've already been to, but there could be clues somewhere. High risk, low return work is what bad guys do, though. Don't be so concerned about him. Secret operations are Julius's specialty. He's a Shadow Knight who fulfills his duties, no matter the peril he suffers, or wounds he takes. He returns to Leo's side. Hey, Shining Knight, it's a bit severe not to think he'll return without a scratch. To think there would come a day when I pity Julius. I have confidence in my brother. Anyway, Miss Tosaka, please tell Hakuno about the results of our analysis just now. Okay. With Sakura's help, we tried measuring the depth of the labyrinth through a passive sonar. The results show the labyrinth has 6 floors in total. Since my labyrinth was 3 floors, the other 3 are Ronnie's. It means that if you can defeat Ronnie like you did me, we'll be able to reach the labyrinth's exit. This conforms to the Sentinel system. The only females that can act as protective cores are Miss Tosaka and Ronnie the 8th. Shields are tougher, or rather, they're walls that can't usually be broken. Since Kiara was here, we had a method to unlock it, but if she wasn't here, we would probably be trapped here forever. Adding a young girl's mind into the labyrinth core is far from any deed we can do. One needs exceptional quasi-spiritrons to create it. I only know this much. Within our Holy Grail War, only 2 people had the qualities to endure the labyrinth core. Lady Ren and Lady Ronnie. Do you mean to say that BB was lucky that at least those 2 were compatible and available? Of course, or she may be searching the near side right now for more who are compatible. We have a race against time here. But before BB can secure new Sentinels, let's acquire Ronnie's SG and break through the labyrinth. SG, huh? I'm against forcibly exposing a person's secrets, but... By the way, when we get back to the near side, I'm going to give you all a real thorough beating, but escape is the priority now. All we can do is have Ronnie show us an embarrassing episode like with me, right? That's right. Continue making contact with Ronnie, Hakuno. Please find the gaps in her mind. What is it? You look like you haven't said enough. Let me tell you something. Our relationship is an even one. Fair, debt-free. I'm grateful that you rescued me from BB, but blowing my dang secrets wide open is a different matter. Prepare yourself when we get back to the near side. If I had my Lancer with me, this wouldn't have happened. What a terrible blunder. What happened to the Blue Lancer, you ask? Right about now, he must be in the near side scratching his head. Since back when we were attacked by BB, he splendidly evaded BB's tentacles, the shapeshifters. And I was only pulled into the far side of the moon. If I don't get back quickly, he'll probably run out of mana and disappear. It's weak. With this and Julius's skills, typical hostile programs shouldn't detect him. However, Gato has nothing with him. I can scan the entirety of the labyrinth, so I'm worried. Anyway, rescuing Gato is our highest priority now. Is it really? So little remains of the Sakura labyrinth when Rin added to our backup. The student council's grown stronger. We should be returning to the Holy Grail War soon. When I think about it, I feel a tad reluctant to part with this old school. Before BB finds new sentinels, we need to acquire Ronnie's SG and break through the labyrinth. First make contact with Ronnie and find the gaps in her mind. I say this over and over, but watch out for Lancer. Now we actually get into gameplay. Jesus Christ. We re-enter the 4th floor of the Sakura Labyrinth. What's this? The ambience feels different from before. It feels like I feel tense or stiff. Oh, my tail is in a state of alert just now. It feels like another woman checked your belongings. Ronnie check complete. All items disqualified. Welcome. Miss Hakuno, I've been expecting you. However, I can't welcome you in your state. As you are now, you aren't allowed to enter my labyrinth. If you wish to proceed, then please take a reform program and obtain a qualification. No, you must obtain it by any means. Too many aspects of you are inadequate. Perform the following and then please come to meet me. 1. Take no unnecessary actions. 2. Always be perfect. 3. Make not even one mistake. You must take ambiguous actions. You must fail now and then. You must make a mistake or two. Those are contradictory. Herbivores are preferable to carnivores. You must prefer warm colors over cold. Girls with glasses are supreme. That's all. I expect much from your high intelligence. Ronnie's transmission cuts off from her side. It was explained pretty dispassionately, but the point is, if I don't do as Ronnie says, I won't be able to move forward, I guess. Now then, we have Ronnie checks, huh? That person seemed robotic, but she actually has a proper girl preferences. In that regard, I have slightly better opinion of her. We only need to do the following. We only need to follow 7 and 9, darling. This labyrinth is going to become very Ronnie-like, it seems. It's a good contrast to the emotional Miss Tosaka. What are you calling emotional? Stop comparing every little detail about us, you cold-blooded president. These items are awfully contradictory. Will we be alright? Good point. I'm worried about that as well, but let's press on ahead for now. Hakuno, please be careful. Ronnie check complete. Negative 10 points. Stop right there. Please refrain from futile conduct.
本気ですか?
It's not futile. I insist that it's in every woman's instincts to amass treasure of gold and silver, and what reliable husbands do. Please continue ahead without any pit stops. The next subject on the exam awaits you. Hurry up. Let me in! Why can you radar that, Tomo? Am I just that high level, or are you bugging out here? Nope, you're bugging out. Okay. Ouch. After observing your battles up until now, your leadership grade is 50 points. Please continue battling perfectly. I won't accept anything less than 3 perfect battles. I will test you over and over until you succeed. Get to it. Blah! Telling me a caster to do head-to-head fighting is this totally sucks. Darling, Tomo, you know, is really bad at melee. Move in battle and crush the enemy. Yeah, we'll save in slot 2. Yeah, that was easy. Ronnie check complete. Positive 10 points. Well done. I expect no less from you, Hakuno. Splendid discernment. That profound prediction of yours is your strong point. I feel betrayed. I thought Hakuno would be as pathetic at fighting as me, you know? I want to go back. Also, they have really good respawn rates. It's probably not a bad place to grind if you want to. I assume so that you can refight them if you don't get perfect over multiple times. I do want to see if I can detour, though. Do. Rick rack. Ooh! Where'd it go? There it is. He couldn't. Oh no. Let's. No! No! There we go. Got it. I was worried I was going to tap something I shouldn't have. Goat senses are tingling. Ow. Oh boy, now I'm a little worried if your goat senses are tingling. What is coming up? Should kill it even if it defends. There we go. Oh no. I was worried about that. Ronnie, no taking detours. Go straight to the goal. Clearly she hasn't gamed with me before. Oh, hey, it's Gato. Oh no, it's Gato. Prometheus! It's Gato. Gato has collapsed. Actually, he's clamoring about. I feel like my worries have dissipated. To a certain extent, I'm not very surprised to see this. Illustration of the tiger's feast of sacrificed flesh. That's how I feel. Good to see you, lass. As I, as you can see, am in quite the pinch. I hunger and am tired, lack sleep and have revelatory fever. I was staring out to see Cavalry Hill. My pain is like that of Prometheus, who also fought civilization to humanity, figuratively also like Odin, near death on the ash tree. Ditch the metaphors, man. Anyway, I gotta tell you, old man, why'd you waltz into something dangerous like the labyrinth? You don't even have a servant. Don't you get that if you go in, you'll die? Whether I have a servant or not, death always lives alongside this world. No one can hold me back for my training. Well, the truth is that I was inspired by Hakuno Kishinami. To be frank, I want to break through the labyrinth as well now. Your valiance is great and all, but going all the way there is just stupid, Gato. Do you know the chance of success? Of course I know. I should put Ruby text over it like this and explain it. If one needs a chance of success to face a dilemma, they may as well be a corpse. I, as you can see, am still very much alive. Reasons like its dangers are not enough to stop my march. Listen, my embarrassed young lady, a pinch where facing the problem has value in and of itself is called adversity. The adversity appears for the purpose of being overcome. What will happen if you don't fan the flames of life by accepting this now? What's the deal with this Gato guy? Show off much? It's just like having your pre-order canceled on release day. Old man, can you stand on your own? I'm ashamed to say I can't move even a single step. However, I can't recover by sitting here. Could you send me back to the old school? Teleporting Gato from that location is impossible. This means you'll have to briefly return to the old school again, Kishinami. And in the event that we rescue Gato, we'll have to start our search over from scratch. I'll leave the decision to you, Kishinami. If I help Gato go back to this old school, I'll have to walk through this floor to search it. I say... Do we have to? Do we have to? We'll save Gato. I'm in your debt! Let's go! Carry me piggyback in your arms! Anyway, that doesn't involve dragging me. Let's just leave this meat man here, darling. Wait, I'm not the one who has to carry him, right? Don't be silly. Don't be shy. Don't be a shy. A fox, Miko, is exactly how I like it. God bless me with a sun shower. This is my marriage to a fox. Gah! You said something totally outrageous so casually. Ronnie check complete. Negative 80 points. Rejected. I won't allow such futile behavior. Oh, finally have the heavens come to greet me. Sentinel authority activate. Force withdraw Monjigato. He'll be expelled back to the old school. Oh, thank God. The minimum necessary amount of data has been obtained. The program will now terminate. I will allow you to search this floor and only this floor, as you please. By the way, since I don't have flaws like Rento Saga, extracting my SG will be impossible. Refrain from repeat futile attempts. She ended the transmission. It's good the test is over, but like she said, we weren't able to find any clues on her SG. Eh? It was right there. What? You didn't see it, Leo? Really? You're pretty naive, President Leo. Yes, it changed me to say so. It still never had a first love, although my desire for a bittersweet youth. It's truly unfortunate that no sustainable females are around. The school has nothing but people with personality issues, it seems. If a girl to my liking was around, I would spare no time in swiftly getting her into my arms. That's not bittersweet in the slightest, more like fleshy, similar to the feeling when you eat steak. I don't think there's a difference between what both sides feel such things. Wouldn't you say so, brother? Don't include me in this kind of conversation. Tosaka, if you have any ideas, let Kishinami know. Anyway, Hakunon, when you find Ronnie, deny the girl's words with all you've got. That'll expose her true nature for sure. That's going to take me to the exit, and I actually want to go... Well, I don't want to go back. I'm going to have to redo most of this floor and fight most things again. But I do want to get that secret item. I assume that's the ladder. That said, it looks like it just goes right back. I won't have to go through too much floor again. It's a straight shot now. Oh no, it's not the ladder. It's a saint's monocle. That's a new mystic code. Let's take a look at what it does. Displays opponent's information. I'm gonna hold off on that right now, but that might be worth using at some point. Fill in my map. I should actually go back to that central room. I didn't fill in the map there. This is... I'm weird like that. I gotta fill in the map. Just the levels? Okay. Just click auto.
炎天よ走れ
I probably could just click auto, but eh.
氷点よ砕けご主人様私のミラクルパワーまあ適当でも OK? 一遍も残しない氷点よ砕けバカにしてますご主人様のイケメンお手にございませんかマスター
I need to fill in the map. There we go. Stop. Assholes.
36件逃げるにしかず
There they are, Ronnie and Lancer. According to Rin, all I have to do is talk to Ronnie and keep saying no. Before you converse, we have to remove Red over there, or you won't be able to talk to her. As we are now, we're a little in over our heads. They're here! They're here! Now I can kill some time. Alright, let's begin, Ronnie. Now's the time to unveil my true singing voice. Here it comes. Lancer's smile is different than when she was with Rin. She enjoys slaughter from the bottom of her heart. This servant showed her cruel nature even before this moment, but now Lancer is drowning in bloodlust, which feels like it could slice us if we touch it.
却下です
I can't permit that. Please lower your mic. No, your spear, Lancer.
いいじゃない
Leave it to me. This first number will send you flying. What? Huh? Hey, are you still putting us on hold? I'm accountable for my words. I won't fight on this floor. As I've already declared, we won't be fighting. Please obey the rules, Lancer. Managing a schedule well is a requirement for top idols. This is what they mean by the shackles of the service world. Fine, I'll consent. The inability to act freely is a flower's fate. I'll vent some of this frustration on some of those pigs in the torture chamber. Now then, as you see, we won't do anything to you. Even if you kill me, this shield won't open. Basically, this is a stalemate. Rin Tosaka may have self-destructed, but I'm different from her. I'm a homunculus, manufactured life. My mind was never equipped with anything like embarrassing secrets to begin with. I wonder about that. My memory is fuzzy here, but the Ronnie from the Holy Grail War had a mind of her own volition. She fought, judged, and laughed, I'm sure. Besides, what's wrong? It's because she has a mind that BB decided to make her a sentinel. That homunculus has a mind. Any living thing, no matter how difficult they are to see or comprehend, has a mind. Kishinami, ask her why she made the labyrinth this way. If Ronnie the 8 thinks logical behavior is so important, then she'll have to answer. Julius is right. Ronnie hates the futile, so she said. If so, there must be a Ronnie-like reason for the labyrinth correction program thing.
指導がいりま
A reason? Do I really need to say it? You were unqualified to meet me. Humans are plenty wasteful, but that doesn't benefit humans. I will give them a proper education. This is the labyrinth that utilizes my mind. Thus, I desire for people to enter and develop personalities without haste.
おやおや
Ah, so Ronnie finally revealed her recommended proper method. She's no match for me. Yes, so what? I've always thought Hakuno was squandering her talents. That's why I'm training her. Everything is for Hakuno's sake. I'm not afraid to be called a tiger mom. No, a tiger kohai. A faint pain runs through my left arm. Should I respond to what Ronnie just said? It can't be that you don't want it. It improved you by 1 rank. Hasn't it been helpful?
予想外。
So it wasn't helpful, huh? However, you must have done some self-reflection. That alone should have been good for you, I think.
これは
That shouldn't be. I corrected your lifestyle based on objective statistics, Hakuno. It's a way of being even more outstanding human. There's no reason you would deny that. I mean, didn't it feel good?
断じて認め
That can't be. My program is perfect. Everything has been for the sake of making you into an even more outstanding human. Fighting behavior won't occur here. All I'm doing is outstanding management. So why then? Why deny that? Obviously because you're mistaken. Hakuno, go on and tell her that tell her the contradiction, the gap in Ronnie's mind. I made it this far, there's nothing left to worry about. Ronnie's contradiction, the desire she's hiding, there is no more than Ronnie's ideal. Yeah, all these conditions have been nothing but ideals of how things ought to be that Ronnie desires. 1. Take no unnecessary action. 2. Always be perfect. 3. Make not even one mistake. These 3 are Ronnie's ideals. You may take ambiguous actions. You may fail now and then. You may make a mistake or 2. These 3 are Ronnie's realities, compromises. Herbivores are preferable to carnivores. You must prefer warm colors over cold. Girls with glasses are supreme. These 3 are Ronnie's desires. What existed in this labyrinth is the voice in her mind, which she can never put into words. That is to say... Ugh! Stop! My mind is coming out. Alright, the grand opening of the secret garden. Darling, go, go! Don't look, please. This selfish me. This is what it's like to have your mind peered into. My temperature is rising. I might disappear. Ding. While hiding her face with both hands, Ronnie breaks apart like glasswork. That Ronnie, like with Rin, might be a quarter of part of her true self. I regret having to expose her secret, but with this, I've nullified the shield. All that's left is to proceed on, but...
あなた やる
I was thinking this back when I was with Rin, but hey, you're pretty interesting. This floor's Ronnie has disappeared, and it would be fine to break that no fighting fighting here rule, but you seem like you'll become kind of bunny with a little refining. Become my kind of bunny with a little refining. Okay, I'll give you a chance. I'll pull back this time. I, who loves to bully weaklings, am returning on purpose, see? Go ahead and be moved to tears by my generosity and beauty. If you want, you can wave a glow stick back and forth, too. I can't believe it, but we're saved. Maybe she's upholding her contract with Ronnie, but it seems that Lancer won't fight us on this floor. Could it be that she's also being made to fight against her will by BB? Against my will? That's not it at all. You see, I'm the one who sold myself to BB. I chose the far side of the moon because I liked it. My original master, the Magus who summoned and contracted me. Our hobbies didn't really match. That's why I stabbed her from behind and killed her. You could say we had creative differences.
本気です
I can't overlook what you just said. Could you tell me more in detail?
いいじゃない
Oh, would you like to know? Stars do have documentaries. Fine, I'll talk about it. My previous master was a clown. I don't know why, but she was dressed like a clown. Wow. So in this timeline, she was summoned instead of Vlad. I don't feel bad for Ronru. BB had an interest in her and brought her here alive. But this clown turned down BB's invitation. And she said, your love doesn't taste good, or something. She was starving to death, too. What was the point? I didn't want any part of it. Look, I had no choice but to do it. That's why I made it a stab from behind. I said this loudly. This woman isn't suited to be my manager. But BB, what you said sounds lovely. Those words, you can live forever, are sweet like mock strawberries. I've given up on this scrawny cat. Count on me. I'll fight you for you. And thus our contract was established. She flat out refused to transfer me onto an idol. But hey, what can you do? Any longer and I would have disappeared. Losing this beauty of mine would be a loss to the entire world, don't you think? For such a reason, she betrayed her master. A master who was brought into the far side of the moon and chose not to obey BB. Such a reason? Such a reason, you say? This reason is more important than anything. I'll be beautiful forever. I'll never age. As long as I, and only I, am more beautiful than anyone else, everything will be fine. With an out-of-control voice, Lancer shouts out her own desire. I don't even need to check to tell how furious Castor is. Lancer, who thinks it's natural to sneak and attack her own master, is fundamentally different from other servants. Never before was there a servant this infatuated with their own desire. Each servant may have their own motives, but their ambitions would align with their master's. But this servant is different. This girl has no love for anyone but herself. Say whatever you like. Squirrels like you just don't understand yet. I will live forever, beautiful, charming, and above all, to me, the Holy Grail War and you masters are nothing more than background scenery, like lemons to be squeezed. BB just keeps adding to her memory. She's foolish, hideous, and a giant insect woman, but as a manager, she's super excellent, see? She should be giving me a most wonderful body very soon. Until then, keep quivering in your sleep. This world will soon become my very own stage. Lancer declares loudly, then leaves. I would very much like to stop her, but we would have no chance of winning if we fought now. Castor must have also sensed that, since she kept her mouth shut and endured it. In any case, a path to a new floor opened up. Let's start the checkpoint and head back to the old school. You're back. How was it? After getting corrected, are you more of an honor student now? Ronnie's policies aside, the stance of upholding those rules is a good thing. Nothing to do with the military, you know. Now quickly get back to your room and rest. No unnecessary pit stops. Those are the words of my old teachers. Heed them. I know, my fin. No NPCs. Darling, now's the time for rest. Let's return to our room and recover our strength. But I wanted to go and annoy the hermit. We can finally take a breather. Making a wad of a person's mind, BB herself is a disgusting person, but that idea is brilliant. The contents of a person are dark and heavy, such as a woman's secret. A man's secret may be hideous, but a maiden's is a different story. A young girl's sorrows are pure and sweet. Exposing a secret garden is painful, but it can also be pretty fun. Wow, they've pretty much all but given out her name, haven't they? I guess maybe not.
T.H.E より授かった名前です。157センチメートル。女子の身長としてはごく平均的な値でしょう。1月1日、パーフェクト。大変美しい始まりです。
Happy New Year.
余分な時間など存在しません。趣味事であれ、分単位の予定を立てますが、何か。
You know, I just thought about it. If we ever get a Ronnie pseudo servant, it's gonna be the New Year's servant. Like, they're not legally allowed to do anything but that. I swear to God. Ronnie's first SG. The desire to reject any tolerance of waste and operate systems efficiently. Though not the desire to control others in extremes, management desire can be worse than controlling desire. It ultimately brings forth people under the control of misguided rules, raised in a misguided city of the future, a dystopia, but that's another story. Ronnie the Eighth is a measurement freak. She takes pleasure in seeking orderly patterns, eliminating ambiguity and quantifying everything. As a homunculus, Ronnie acknowledges her shameful humanity, shutting herself in a room to indulge in numerates. It seems Ronnie herself hasn't noticed that this is one of her few hobbies and idiosyncrasies. On a side note, the opposite is the submission desire SG. Rin and Ronnie, though they're like oil and water, they get along since they're like parts missing from each other. We got one of the embarrassing secrets Ronnie can't tell people. Here's hoping for more amusing SGs from now on. However, our current issue is that lizard woman like me. She may be an anti-heroic spirit considered a threat to other people, but not only are her colors gaudy, her head is full of radio waves. You could say it's cleanly cultivated, an evil flower kind of meaning. And anyway, how long is she going to act like a girl who's always dreaming about things like being beautiful forever? That means beautiful up until one's very death. Looks like that princess needs a teensy re-education. Castor is right, we can't let that Red Lancer have her way. With our current fighting strength, we can't possibly stand up to Lancer who goes all out. We need to even the odds somehow. Even if we close the experience point gap by earning little by little, the problem is with this restraint gear, right? This string cord has become a bit of a kink for me, but sometimes we have to compromise. Darling, can you take this off somehow? That's right, the rest of the curse might be gone, but this isn't Castor's original outfit. We have to find a method to remove that restraint gear so that Castor can fight freely. Game master instead of a master or even a servant. That's fun. Sometime after I was well past my 8 hours of sleep, I finally woke up. Ever since the final battle with Rin, I haven't been getting enough rest, so maybe my fatigue has been piling up. I rushed out of my room, and when I took a look at my terminal, I saw an email. No briefing today. Get to work as soon as you get up. Looks like he was nice enough not to wake me up. Still, there's the issue of Castor's restraining clothes. Before going back to the labyrinth, I'll try to ask the student council room about it. Oh, BB not Sakura. Yeah, I got that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do NPC dialogue, and then we're going to go ahead and call it here, I think. You guys shouldn't be saying. Head over here for President Leo. Wanting a boyfriend, huh? I don't know much myself. I'm not equipped with some kind of subroutine. Well, if we're talking about admiration, there is someone I've been cheering for. Who? It's a secret. Mr. Julius is so resistive. Even my letters to the president were rejected. Maybe the only way to get closer to President Leo is to join the student council. I'm so jealous of you being in it. Mr. Julius is pretty scary. He's gloomy, silent, and has a small frame. He also does stuff like making curry in a corner on the grounds. BB is an identical model to the infirmary girl, right? Yeah, that irritating antique sly woman. Sakura was her name, right? So, like, if you were just to hand over that Sakura, wouldn't we all be spared? BB only hates Sakura and you all, right? It's like all of us just got mixed up in your mess. That's right, we have nothing to do with anything. It's natural for NPCs to ignore bugs. This light might not be so bad. The number of masters have dropped so much that I can count them on one hand. Are we in the 5th round now? Yeah, whatever. I only showed up to do the 2nd round, so that shouldn't be the case. Get it? Even if I do nothing wrong once the 2nd round comes along, the moon cell is set on deleting me. And yet here I am. BB really bugs me, but being here is the best. We don't have to disappear for the convenience of you masters anymore. This is what they call freedom! Did BB reprogram her on the spot? All on her own. She's not my little sister or anything. I guess she's pretty quiet and understanding. It's not like I hate her type. But, isn't she a little scary, like she's a landminer, has a scary smile? Anyway, I'm not related to her. Okay, yeah, you're gonna stay the same. I'm not gonna bother the in-classroom people, but I'll check the major NPCs and some of the ones that I wasn't seeing before. You want to remove your servant's restraints? Ah, I remember that now that you mention it. That outfit was a restraint, right? I had that sort of knowledge back when I was a boss. Since your servant was reinitialized, I had nothing to fear of that sort of thing. The reinitialization effect only happens once, but it must feel weird to keep wearing the clothes that had that restraining effect. Okay, as repayment for the trouble I caused you, I'll try everything I can to help from my side. Basically, you'll be fine removing the restraining effect from your current clothes, right? That'd be nice. While you're at it, I would kill for a color change and adding just a few more pink touches to it. Say, if that's the case, I could try reproducing your previous outfit. Since I have data on all the servants saved into my memory, if I could save some time, if I could have some time and around 10% of the student council room's source. Now, so wow, so you can create mystic codes from scratch, Sakura. What are you, the type of person who's good at sewing? I'm not really good at it, but since it seems like I could do it, I was thinking I could give it a shot. Then it's settled. Since the restraint is BB's doing, I'll hack the labyrinth and look for info on the structure of the restraint. And I'll create the formal outfit. So, first thing is, to manage my memory, I wonder if I have any extra memory. Our work here is going to take a while, so in the meantime, keep searching the Sakura labyrinth. There is no concept of time or date here, so no need to rush. But you know about leisure. Once a person starts slacking, they're done for. Put your feet up, Rin. Workers be losers, you know? It's an old net slang. I'm not talking about winning or losing at life. It's about life or death and basic animals. How greedy should you be? Don't you know that everything feels better when done fast? Typically, hedonists don't rush through life because they're reckless. They simply don't have any boundaries. Limitless consumption and growth, huh? That lifestyle is very like Miss Tosaka. It clashes with my own, but I get it. You can't stand the blessing of stability. You're someone who strives for a brighter tomorrow. Nothing that physical. I just want to have myself more delicious feasts. It's a cultish either way. Jinako don't get that kind of attitude. As long as the present continues, I'm good. I mean it. In the student council room are Rin, Leo, and Sakura. In the janitor's closet is Jinako. Though it's through the monitor, the four of them continue their chat. I want to observe them a little longer, but I'm a soldier that does actual work. As per Rin's advice, I won't slack off. I'll continue to search the labyrinth. This is a lonely place, isn't it? Sure, there are people to talk to, but they're mostly just NPCs. In this Seraph, there's no distinction between humans and AI, but raw desire run thin here. You're gathering information. What an incorrigible loafer you are. I don't mind, as long as it's about those around me, I'll help. My master, as you can see, is a self-indulgent and fickle woman. You demand me to cooperate with you all on whatever game it is you're playing? You think I'm some sort of lending library that can get by? Very genial of you. But this is also a business. Readers don't get to choose. Let's write about servants this time. So, what should I ask about? Then, I try asking about that Red Lancer. Ah, the dragon girl that BB hired. Ugly woman, her appearance is a given, but even her disposition is... Her upbringing is ugly, her ideologies are ugly, her idiosyncrasies are ugly, her sensitivity is ugly. She blinds me with her ugliness. At a glance, she looks proud, but the truth is that no one looks at her. Her pride doesn't come from anything anyone ever gave to her. She's an absolute laughingstock. That woman treats humans like pigs, which means she's proud about fighting none of the other pigs. She's the personification of one ruled by self-love, but hey, what is love in the first place? Something one steals or gives? A woman who can't even realize their own essence is a most uncontrollable monster. That woman seems to be proud of her beauty, but... even if you dress up the outside of a bag of shit, the rotten smell within probably won't change much. Though it is in a woman's nature to cling to beauty, you should be careful. An ugliness like hers is contagious. Sooner or later, you'll have to speak similar vitriol to those girls you're acquainted with, too. Here's a good chance to ask about my servant. Your servant, you say. Let's see. Bring them out. I'll appraise every nook and cranny of theirs down to their asshole. You think you can spew out any vitriol by virtue of being a little boy? Okay, to the roof. You're flying to the labyrinth. Aren't we both foul-mouthed? And what's with those fox ears anyway? Talk about being sly. You're the embarrassing one. They're not sly. They make me charming. Not that a child like you would understand, though. I'm a cat ears man myself. For argument's sake, you can even assume I'm into dog ears. Fox ears have less meaning than a misspelling. Crawling back into your foxhole, my pen won't be dripping any ink to write about you. Sunshine 2030! Close one. I almost blew up the sun with my overwhelming rage. I haven't been this humiliated since the damn Abe no Yasuchika. Darling, let's go. Better to be safe than sorry when dealing with such sour, precious brats. Hold on, Fox here. My perception of you has changed. Your ears aren't bad. Their ugliness is especially nice. Let me take a closer look. Hey, what are you doing touching them? I haven't even got my darling to touch them yet. Oh no, Tomomo been violated. Well, let's see. I get it now. They're real. And here I was hoping this would be some type of costume play. I'm disappointed in you. Your entire character is a disappointment. Why does it feel like you're only being hard on me? Old habits die hard, you know? Even though I'm fed up with it all, I still get a kick out of the fairy tale-esque. Darling, guide me. This boy is so feeble he'd fly away if you blew up on him. Guide me to send him tumbling away, please. Oi, you precious brat. What's going on under those clothes of yours? What? Interested in my naked body? No. Ah, yes. I overheard a theory on how pink means something or another once. However, you're quite sharp-sighted. No, sharp-eared. As you've guessed, my skin can't be shown. It's the curse of the Little Mermaid and the Little Match Girl. My own stories are eating away at me. This is the damage due to rumors from my readers. Every time I write a book, they decide that this author must be this kind of person. My legs are covered in mermaid scales. My arms are riddled with burn marks. My mind is that of a friend fond of bad ends. Or a fiend fond of bad ends. Such is the price of fame, or rather, I've captured my reader's true nature. I took for granted what these people taught of me. It's the same for you, fox ears, right? Although you were adored by humans, even reincarnated by them in the end, you were seen as a monster. In Japanese children's literature, there's a story called Gon, the little fox. You're precious, precisely like that. After loving and serving humans, all that awaits is incomprehensible death, however. Serving despite knowing that is precisely why they're moved so. Fox ears, the devotion of yours, well, they'll appreciate it someday. It's none of your concern, and you have the wrong impression. But I guess bearing my fangs against a child would be immature. I'll forget about sending you tumbling around for now. That was quick. Fawning over me already. Even if the sun were to die out, I would never fawn over someone like you. Boy Servant Anderson. You're asking about me, how extremely pointless, and you're very stupid. As you can see, I'm just a regular guy, I suppose. No, I asked since you've been a total mystery since I laid eyes on you. What kind of abilities do you have? Can you fight at that height of yours? And why are you in the form of a kid? How would I know? I was already in this form when I was summoned. Naturally, I have no combat abilities. I'm basically useless. Anderson claims he's useless. I wonder how anxious Kiara Sashoin is about him. Even if we assume that Kiara was an A-rank Magus, she probably wouldn't have won anything with this servant, let alone the Holy Grail. Also, it's said that servant appears in form during their prime based on their legend and anecdotes about them. Anderson isn't following that rule. Aren't I following it? For me, I was brimming with the most sensitivity during my days as a kid. That's one explanation. There's something I remember. Now I look back over the materials from my earlier years, but the style was so aimless I wanted to die. Don't worry about me. Even prodigies turn into regular people after turning 20. It's like that. What's even more frightening is, though I find it unthinkable, I can't deny perhaps that wicked woman summoned me as this age out of her own personal preference. I'm asking, it makes me scared to know what the truth is. Thus, I'm not going to touch on this subject. Oh dear, oh dear. I hear a cheerful voice for some reason. May I join in this conversation? Anderson lets out a heavy sigh. I can sense that he feels more depressed than he should. I'll refrain myself from pursuing this question as well. I think it was just a dismissal, but I'm going to click it. So you don't need me for anything. You're truly a fervent one. Like the youth you are, you can use your own eyes and ears as best as you can. Alright, Anderson's matrix was revealed. Status. Sorry, it's going to be... System? No. Huh. Oh well, I assume I can just take a look at it another time. It'll seem new. Alright, well I'm going to go out to the garden, talk to the NPC out there, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day here. I told you before about pressing the select button will bring up a full screen map of the Sakura Labyrinth, right? To tell you the truth, I hear that there are paths that don't show up on the map of the Sakura Labyrinth. It might be a good idea to carefully walk around suspicious places. And there we go. That is going to be all for Fate Extra today. Let's move over to the... Well, first, I'm going to move us over to just chatting. Screen. Okay. Saved. Yep. I'm going to save state here just in case I didn't save properly. And exit. And then move my chat over here. Just been pretty quiet, so I don't think we'll have too much to talk about yet, but... Yeah. Hans is fun. Hans Basterson. Yes. Stopped you, Tomo, in your room. Well, that's probably that's probably it for today, I think. Think here. It's coming up on the channel this week. It was supposed, so I can actually go ahead and talk about this. We were supposed to have a new Bakuman off the shelf this week. That's what I put out in the community post. That ended up being either postponed or canceled. We lost part of the recording, so we're going to have to do something to make up for that. I don't think we'll be recording a full new discussion for the chapters we covered before in Bakuman because it's been so long since we recorded that, and I don't really want to reread the entire thing, but or reread the entire part that we read, but we'll probably bring this up again when we actually get to the posting the next Bakuman part. I don't know. I'll talk to Seki. We'll see what our options are. And then let's see. Other than that, next week I assume we have another Seki. We have a Seki Reacts to Fate coming up next week. But let me take a quick look. Yeah. Next week is going to be the final part of the stream Seki Reacts. We'll go ahead and there will be an addendum, so if you watched it live, there will be exclusive new content It'll be up to Seki's discretion whether or not she wants to timestamp that for you guys. But once that one's gone up, we'll actually be unprivating the stream. So if you really want to watch some of the in-between parts, or if you want to just watch it as it for we're live, you can go back and rewatch the entire stream as one big thing again. Not that this time there wasn't that much extra going on with it this time, I don't think. And then next week we should have a discussion for Trigun Stampede going up. Let you in on a little secret here. I'm a little behind on editing that though, so we'll see how far I get into editing that this weekend. We're going to be a little busy. I guess the 22nd is when Trigun Stampede's going to go up. Oh, I have plenty of time for Trigun Stampede will go up on time. That won't be a problem. A couple other plans actually. Zuzu with the chainsaw. We have not filmed the Zuzu update. So yeah. Unfortunately, we will probably still be getting to it before the wiki team gets to it, unless they get to it like really, really soon. Because we do need to get this up in time for next week. So we'll be covering it. If you want the exact time we'll be doing it, we're going to be recording it this Saturday along with our first Seki React since Seki returned from her trip. So yeah, we probably won't be seeing the new dialogue because I'm well aware that we're covering the servant so new. When I put out the announcement that we're working on updates, just if you really want to see the Zuzu dialogue, just remind me that we didn't cover it there, and I'll patch it into our updates video as well. Okay. Well, we'll see. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. We'll burn that bridge when we get there, I guess. And then I was going to say something. Yes, so I'm not... So, Ordeal Call 3 is happening. It is happening. And it's coming out in 2 weeks. So, right now, my plan is I'm not going to be streaming the event. The summer event. The summer event has daily time locks. It's just not very convenient to stream. But the Ordeal Call appears to have bi-weekly time locks. So we're going to try to stream the Ordeal Call. I believe it's just supposed to be like any other main interlude. So like Heian-Kyo, Trom, or any of the truly optional main interludes. So if it's like that, it should just be a pretty straight shot. We'll stream each part as it comes out, so you'll get so just for about a month it'll be FGO, CCC, FGO, CCC, FGO, and then hopefully we finish it up in the minimum amount of streams we need for FGO, but we'll see. I might need more than one stream, and if that occurs, I'll try to fit 2 streams in a week. Big Sag. We'll see. People are speculating it's going to get Big Sag. Karna get an update because of his new skill animation? Maybe. Oh, you mean Karna? Well, Karna's going to get an update because of his costume alone. I've already got that listed in the schedule. I will try to remember the animation up, like the cool new skill animation, but we'll see. And what else was there? I guess, yeah, no. Ordeal Call I will be streaming the Ordeal Call itself when it drops. And probably like Ordeal Call 2, because I'm doing this all ideally day 1, so on the same Wednesday it drops, I'll be doing what I did with with Ordeal Call 2, where I skip through the dialogue, but I put it on fast forward so I kind of see things fly by even if I'm not reading it. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. We'll work out stream plans from there. I don't want to stall out CCC too much, but 3 drops for story at once. Actually, it works out a little better for me because last Ordeal Call I kind of streamed until for 8-9 hours. It was a bit much. This time I'm hoping that it caps out at about 4 to 5 hours per part for me if I'm doing skips. Then again, who knows? Maybe Nasu wrote Avalon LaFay again. That would be something. All I know is it's going to be interesting. There's a welfare attached to it, though, so that'll be fun. And then, in case anyone wasn't there for the CL rolling stream that I did just in the morning, I probably won't be doing any on-screen rolling for BB Dubai. If I have extra quartz, I'll think about it, depending on how she is as a servant, if I want her. But part of me needs to be saving up for other servants as well. Maybe a Hakuno welfare. There's a bunch of candidates right now, or 2 candidates right now that people are talking about, Hakuno and Passion Lip. And then, obviously, you also have Violet sort of sneaking around, too, because people are like, she's going to show up, right? Right? How Hakuno will fit into this reacts. Yeah, we'll have to see what they do with Hakuno, because they could pseudo her. They also could just say that they could literally call her, Sovereign of the Moon Cell or something like that, and give her a buff. Or give her him a buff. They could do something like that, too. In fact, I think there actually might be implications in the story that she's acting as a embodiment of the Moon Cell. More similar, and her outfit in the trailer was based on an Extella outfit, one of them in the second trailer. So we'll see what they do with Hakuno. I do have some backup plans, even if Hakuno ends up being an NPC, of maybe touching a tiny bit on Hakuno. But I'll get there when I get there. Even if Hakuno ends up being a Type Moon original, I do have ways of covering Hakuno and Seki Reacts. Yes, I did know that CL summoning line changes. It'll be nice to read it if I will be summoning for her in NA in 2 years. At least I'd like to. Obviously, it's a bit of a marathon year, to be honest. Like, for me right now, off the bat, I'm rolling pretty much on as much as you can expect. Like 4 full 5 stars I'm aiming for at the start of in the year next year. I'm aiming for Takeru. I'm aiming for Aoko and Alice, and then I'll also be aiming for CL. So I'm really not going to get a break. In NA, I'm probably going to be skipping out on a bunch of servants. Like even though I like their gameplay in JP, the little I've used of them, I'll probably be skipping out on Chibihika. I'll probably be skipping out on Space Aresh. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Takeuchi of all Takeuchi faces in CL's third form. Yeah, you mean Blue Mash, right? Or Blue Arc. It's like someone took Mash, Arcuade, CL, and the most blue you could blue, and mashed them all into one amalgamation of a character. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Thankfully, I don't... Well, no. It's actually... I'm having some pretty painful skips in the back half of the previous year, too. Like, y'all don't understand how much I really want Uesugi Kenshin, but I'm going to be skipping her and just using her as she's basically going to become Destiny Order fodder or GSSR fodder once I get Himiko. So, it's going to be rough, and I don't expect it to get easier, because I expect not only is there a chance that BB Pele ends up being really, really good. And guess what this event is about? Moon cancers. There's a chance that BB Pele ends up being really, really good. But there's also a chance... but I also do want Mysterious Idol XX, because MHXA is one of my favorite servants. And... BB Dubai. Sorry, Freudian slip. I actually really want BB Pele on my JP account, but that's just because BB Pele lets CL farm really, really, really well. When we're talking about single target servants farming, it's just amusing, even if it's not fast. Cause or a drop. I mean, it's cause or a drop. It's cause or a drop. Like, it's just Kazura drop. Who are we kidding ourselves? Ow. I don't need these plugged in anyways. Game's over. But yeah, no, it's just Kazura drop. I'm right there with you, Tacos. And then I assume there's going to be another banner for Ordeal Call. Because this is Summer Banner 2. I don't think we're going to be leading off the Ordeal Call with the banner. Like, they drop on the same day as Ordeal Call 2. So I assume Ordeal Call 3. I assume Ordeal Call 3's banner is just going to be Archetype Earth. Like, they're going to drop Archetype Earth again to celebrate Ordeal Call 3's launch. And then Ordeal Call 3 might have a banner going with each subsequent part, or just the last part. Yeah, they're not. It's not even subtle that it's just Kazura drop. Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm expecting things to be rough the next month and a half. And there's supposed to be another event, though. I'm kind of praying that the event that takes place mid event or midsummer Ordeal Call period is a lotto. I really want it to be a lotto. I need skill gems, like really, really, really badly. I'm out of pretty much all of them. I can't level any single servant to max or even to level 6 on their skills right now because I don't have enough skill gems for almost any class. I've got like 1 assassin skill gem and like 3 assassins that I want to skill. I've got no caster skill gems. And I need them for Scotty. And I would like to actually be able to level my Alice. I'm in skill gem hell right now in FGOJP. I was able to get my CL to 556. That's where I'm at with CL right now. And then I opened her mono loading and skill cooldown appends, which have been really helpful for getting her doing things that she shouldn't be doing quite yet at her skill levels a little bit quicker. Like, she's actually able to do some looping now. Interesting how tenno.xxa.-kd banner is not second summer banner, but the first Ordeal Call 3 banner. Curious. Yeah, I mean, if they're functionally serving the same purpose. Because they're all 3 going to appear in this Ordeal Call 1, so it's like, oh, preview the... Or not Ordeal Call 1, in summer. It's like, preview these summer servants, and then they drop an Ordeal Call 3 starts. I assume because they're dropping that's also probably a really good time to drop an Archetype Earth banner, though I could see that being dropped as Banner 2 instead. And then by Banner 3, if not Banner 2, we are going to get new servants. Like, there will be another round of servants. Who they'll be, we don't know yet. It could be that they actually have Passionate Maiden Passion Lips on Rita. Violet is still, again, scurrying around. They could just make the Hakunos a 5-star servant or a 4-star servant. There's a lot of options, and Summer Banner will be the lip and probably some repeats. I don't think there will be a second Summer Banner. I think there's only the one Summer Banner, a Summer 2 banner that's just the Ordeal Call banner, and an Arc. And then we have 2 other opportunities for banner drops as well, but one could be Archetype Earth. I think we're probably going to get another 2 to 3 servants before the end of this, before the end of October. If not, yeah, no, that's probably what we're looking at here. Honestly, I'm really excited for Ordeal Call 3. It's called Archetype Incursion as well, so either everything is built around Archetype Earth, or we're getting a lot more archetypes and Ultimate One lore other than just Archetype Earth. Actually, it would be kind of funny if they didn't involve Cuckoo in the slightest. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, summer fans in shambles. Archetype Moon calling it now. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I mean, no matter what, we already know that it's going to have a lot to do with the Moon Cell. Like, the Moon Cell is definitely pretty integral to this event. Or to this Ordeal Call. because you don't just drop Hakuno down there, and her actual dialogue, from what I've seen around, actually, like, it is hinting at huge connections to the Moon Cell. And then you have, obviously, like, BB is here. There's going to be Moon Cell shenanigans. In 2 years, I'm probably going to end, like, when this eventually drops in NA, there's a very high chance that I end up reading a lot of this on stream in some way. Don't know how I'm going to go about that yet, though. I really don't. Because I can't do daily streams. I just can't. At the very least, I'll be streaming Ordeal Call 3 again when it drops in NA too. So, but that time it'll be reading streams, and we'll have a better idea of how the main interlude will work. So I might even just read it on my own and then do the main interlude if we can replay it. And if we can't replay it, which I'll know by then from JP. If it's not replayable after the event period ends on October 31st, like Tunguska is fully replayable. So if it's like Tunguska, I'll reread it on stream. If it's not like Tunguska, I'll be doing the full reading on stream the first time around. Just because it seems like it fits pretty well into the extra stuff that I've been doing on stream. I've wanted to be reading Fate's Stay Night. Really, it's just been a time thing. I haven't had a lot of time. Normally, like when I'm reading visual novels, it's normally in the evening before bed, like I'm reading a book before bed. And I read them. That's why I read so easily on the Switch. But a few things have been keeping me up. Just a few things have been keeping me up and like just busy at night. Really, God, I'm really not giving myself a lot of time lately to do these. I will get back to it, though. I will get back to it. I do, and I really do want to read more of it. I want to have it done before Hollow Water Roxy comes out, but at this point, I've only read the Rin prologue. Yeah, I've just been busy. I can at least say one of the things that was keeping me up's over now. So my evening time slot is completely clear again to be reading Fate's Stay Night. So ideally, I get back to that soon. Ideally. Yeah, that's pretty much it exactly, too. It's just life. Okay. I'm not throwing it up on stream because I'm not going to pull out my my capture card, but Daily Reset has happened in FGO NA, so I'm going to do that here while I'm closing things out. I don't really have... I think I've pretty much covered everything, I think. Is there... I got a summon ticket. My luck on summoning on stream is really good, so when saving quartz, again, I said it a million times, I don't save tickets in this house. So let's see. There was a Saber Ibuki banner, Spishtar. I could use an NP3 Spishtar by raw luck. No loading, I'm pretty sure I didn't get her. Fate's Stay Night will get a Knick-Knack video. 100% it will get a Knick-Knack video. It's also, of the Type Moon visual novels after Mihoyo, probably the next one that'll get an off the shelf. Just when that happens, who knows, because we still need to do the final part of Mihoyo. That's one of Seki's projects right now for off the shelf, for getting that done. And we need to do, or I want to take Seki through what's probably a better visual novel to get her into the sort of the groove of visual novels, gameplay wise. For off the shelf, probably. For the Knick-Knack video, no. For off the shelf, yeah, the separate routes will probably get separate Seki off. It will probably get separate off the shelves, like the. I guess we didn't really do routes. We didn't have routes for Mahotsukai and Oyoru. Yeah, no, we didn't. No, the separate routes will get separate off the shelves. That's how it's gonna go for that one. We'll cover each route individually, and yeah. I'm a little I'll have to guide Seki because I think with this release of Fate's Stay Night, it works like one of the complete releases. It's not like one of the fan translation releases or some of the separate releases where you could literally read each route as its own separate standalone thing, and it just locks out options that don't take you to that specific route. In Tsukihime video, yeah, no. The actual Knick-Knack video will be all 3 routes in one video with separate, like, sections going over each route and giving my thoughts on each route and analyzing each route on their own. It'll get the same sort of deal as a Tsukihime video, same format. We'll see if my editing gets better by then. But it'll be the video, I'll give my thoughts on each individual route. We'll have, like, spoiler-free stuff and analysis, and then I'll analyze Fate Stay Night as a whole. And since there's been so many adaptations, I might even compare each individual route to my thoughts on the anime. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are right there, Tacos. And I can be. This is... Yeah, no, I'll be careful enough on the route restrictions. I did it with Tsukihime. I can do it on Fate Stay Night. And Fate Stay Night, to my understanding, has a much, much better timeline feature than Tsukihime does. So ideally, that makes it easier to navigate what you need to navigate and go back to the points you need to go back to. As for I lost my train of thought. I did have something to say. Oh yeah, and like Tsukihime and like Mihoyo, I am recording my thoughts after I finish pretty much each day or every day or 2 or maybe 3 in Fate Stay Night. So I'll have those kind of listed. I'll have those just posted in a Google Doc for people that are curious to read. Not necessarily blind reactions, because I have seen all the anime and I did read the first 2 routes in standalone patch releases on a jank emulator, but it should be fine enough. It should be fine enough. Oh, I'm already aware I'm going to need to do that for Seki on Fate Stay Night and Tsukihime if we get to Tsukihime. I actually want to get to Tsukihime too, because I feel like I'd have a lot to say in that discussion. But yeah, no, when we do multi-route visual novels, I will need to guide Seki more on how to go about getting into each individual route. It shouldn't be that hard though. There's guides, or I can literally sit there with her before she starts and take her to work and tell her what she needs to do. All right, then I need to end this. I need to get ready for bed, and maybe I want to read a little Fate Stay Night tonight. Actually get started on the Fate route finally. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you guys. Next stream is going to be Tuesday. Seki is reclaiming. Seki plans to reclaim Thursdays from me. So next stream will be Tuesday. I'll see you guys next Tuesday.